Wonderful. Hey guys, it is November the 24th. I can't hardly believe it. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. I've been saying that since July, right? Maybe June. I said Thanksgiving will be here before you know it, then Christmas, and then it's on to 2020. If you caught any of the video with Les Brown, you definitely caught a great segment. I've watched that over and over and over again. And so it really is a phenomenal piece, and I'll send it out when I send out this replay. You know, this training this evening is really about a few things, and it really is about creating some momentum, right? Some momentum. And what I wanted to do was, again, there's that YouTube. I was going to record this, but I'm not going to do that right now. First follower, but you can go to YouTube and search it out. You know, a little bit about myself. If you guys have never been here before, if you're brand new to the organization, welcome. We do these, I do this training on Sunday night, every Sunday night, and have since I started with Valentis in June of 2018. And, you know, what I feel my responsibility and my job is to take my 30 plus years of experience in this industry and try to give it to you in small bite-sized pieces so that you can move along much quicker than I moved along. You see, when I got started, my sponsor quit the next week, and he left me to fend for myself. Almost quit a whole bunch of times. And that's one of the things that Les talked about, you know, the pain, the ridicule, all the things that happen. And will you get hurt? Yeah, absolutely. You know, so it's, but, you know, I survived, and I survived because I built a belief. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about here this evening. So, unlimited potential, right? Unlimited potential. That's what you have. And, you know, I want you to really think about, you know, that term, unlimited potential, because, you know, with Valentis, it's already happening for lots of people. It's already happening for lots of people, and it's going to happen for a lot more people. And one of those people can be you if you believe that it is for you. So, you know, the first thing that has to happen is that you've got to have that belief. You got to have that, you know, incredible, unstoppable belief that you deserve this lifestyle. You deserve more than what you've got. You deserve all of these things. And it doesn't take, you know, an education. It doesn't take, I mean, there's so many things that I can say that it doesn't take. I'm going to tell you tonight some of the things that it does take. And one of those things is, you know, that you're going to get predictable results. And I love that word predictable, right? I mean, nobody likes to go off and never know what's going to happen, you know, just hope for the best. I'm going to show you a way to get predictable results so that you can take your income to exactly where you want it to go. And hey, I know that, you know, I said, hey, if you want to be a $50,000 a month earner, you know, make sure that you're part of this video training tonight or this training tonight. You know, and, you know, not everybody wants to be a $50,000 a month earner. You don't want to make the sacrifices that will, that position or that lifestyle will entail. And, you know, there's just, so whether you're a $50,000 a month earner or a $5,000 a month earner, you know, as long as we can help you get to where you want to go, then we've succeeded. So, I know it's your turn. I've had my turn. I've had more than my turn, right? I've had my turn several times around. That's my lovely wife, Mary, in the Ferrari that I bought her. That is one of the homes that we had on Lake Travis in Austin, Texas. So you can see I've had my turn. And, you know, did I ever think that it was going to happen? I did. You know, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was just going to take the right vehicle to get me to where I wanted to go, because I always wanted to go there. I always had a desire. I always knew that I could do some amazing things if I was just given that vehicle. And you've got an amazing, amazing vehicle in front of you with Valentis, and I'm going to show you some of that here this evening. We've got a global marketplace. That's huge, folks. I mean, you just don't understand how important it is. We've become such a global society, right? With Facebook and Twitter and all the, you know, social media and everything else, you know, communicating with people across the pond in other countries is just like reaching out to somebody next door now. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Wasn't that way, you know, not too long ago, right? Now you can make calls on WhatsApp for free. You can make calls on Facebook for free. You can do videos like this for free. You can get on Zoom for free and talk to people all over the globe. So, you know, wasn't like that. So it's moving at a much more quick pace, right? Much faster global movement going on. And, you know, two of the things I'm going to tell you, some of the things that it is going to take. It's going to take commitment and it's going to take effort. And I talk about that all the time. It's going to take commitment, not commitment for 2 months. Hey, I'll try this for a little bit. But, you know, if you really see the vision and if you really see where you want to go, and, you know, I always tie it to income. I'm sorry. You know, some people don't, but I do. So if you tie it to income, it's a way of me keeping score, basically, right? So I already know that there's people, at least one person make $500,000 a month. Already know that that's happening. I know that if he can do it, I can do it. Now, what sets us apart? John took a bigger risk than I did. He got in before I did, right? That's when it was risky to be in the business. Those first 2 years of any company, I don't care who's running it, is risky. That's why the Direct Sellers Association, the DSA, doesn't even take, it's an industry association, right? A Direct Sellers Association. You can't even apply as a network marketing company. You can't even apply for membership until you're older than 2 years old. Guess what? You know, everybody goes out of business, right? 99% of the companies that start go out of business. So that is a big risk. They quit taking applications. They say, hey, come back and see us later. We'd love to have you as a member, but come back and see us later. It's going to take effort. And when I say effort, it's going to take consistent effort. And it's not always going to be positive, right? It's going to be, hey, this person didn't like this, or this didn't get shipped, or this didn't happen. It's just, you know, like Les says, it's just life, right? And we just got to suck it up and, you know, move forward. So commitment and effort. And when I say commitment, let's talk about 3 to 5 years. You know, not commitment of, you know, 3 to 6 months. Let's talk 3 to 5 years. And, you know, if you're not willing to make that commitment, you know, maybe this is not for you. I just like to lay it straight on the line and tell people like it is. So here's where we are and here's where we're going. And this gets me excited, guys, because it is all about timing, timing, and timing. I mean, here's 2018, 17 million, right? I mean, just nothing, right? 2019, we should tap out at 100 million. I'm saying 2020 is going to be 400 million. 2021, 800 million. 2022, past $1 billion, and 2023, way past $1 billion. You know, I guess what I want you to see here is where's the best time to join a company, right? You know, is it good over here? Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be nice and stable. Everything will be in place. you know, websites and shipping and customer service and all of those things will be in place. But the opportunity will not be as it is today, right? Over here. Because look at the growth. Look at what's going to happen, right? You want to be in a company that's growing like this. From May 2018 until October 2019, we had a 2,042% growth. That's phenomenal. And this is where you catch it. This is where the fortunes are made. Congratulate yourself for being here at the right place at the right time. Hey, if for some reason you let your position, you got started and you you know, maybe you didn't, you know, do all your loyalty purchase and your auto ship and everything. Don't worry about it. Just get started again, right? We can help you get started. So if you need some help getting that done, just reach out to me. This is a 3 to 5 year journey. Somebody told me the other day that they don't have any patience. I said, well, this is not going to work, right? I mean, if you think that you're going to be instantly successful, then this is the wrong thing. You know, you need to find something that is much different than this. There's no shortcuts here. Yeah, there are lots of ways we can do it that will help you, but there's really no shortcuts to the top. You know, there's going to be plenty of detours. You know, you're going to go left, you're going to go right, you're going to do all of those things. You got to develop the discipline and develop the right attitude to make it through this journey. Your mindset has got to be one of you're already a Crown Ambassador, you just don't have the volume, right? So you've already got that attitude, you've got that mindset, you just don't have the volume. The volume will come. That's exactly how I see it, right? I know, as sure as I'm doing this video, that, you know, getting to Crown Ambassador is a cinch, because somebody's already done it. And if they can do it, I can do it. And other people are on the way to doing it. So again, if they can do it, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it together. Will we all get there at the same time? No, you know, but it's not a race, you know, it's just being consistent. I'd rather take the longest period of time and still get there than the shortest period of time. I mean, if that's how you have to do it, you know, if it took you 10 years, hey, you know, 100 grand a week, you know, 10 years from now, yeah, why not? Go ahead, take 10 years to do this. It's okay. You know, one of the things that I talk about, and you guys will hear me talking about, is the speed of the leader will determine the speed of the group. Now, I want you to kind of, you know, hone in on this a second. You know, if you have a brand new Ruby, somebody just came in with a business builder pack, and we know that shipping, there's some delays in shipping product, you got to reach out to that person. First of all, you've got to embrace them as your first follower, you know, one of your first followers, and you've got to then say, hey, let's get on the phone with 8 or 10 of your people and let me send out those samples for you. When your product gets here, you know, we'll square up or whatever, right? Or send them, whatever you feel comfortable doing. I like sending them, right? I like to sit down with somebody and say, hey, let's make a list of 8 or 10 people. Let's get on the phone with them. Let's ask them a few very simple questions. Hey, Bob, are you a coffee drinker? Yeah, Chuck, what do you want to know? Hey, Bob, have you ever wanted to lose any weight? Yeah, Chuck, I'm on a diet all the time. Why do you want to know? Hey, Bob, hey, have you ever wanted to make any money? Hey, Chuck, you know I hate my job, just like 70% of the other people on the planet hate their job. I hate my job. They don't pay me enough money. I'm fat. I'm overworked. What's going on? Why are you asking me all these questions? Hey, Bob, I found a miraculous product about a year ago, and it's a weight loss coffee. So if you are a coffee drinker, and B, you want to lose weight, then, and you want to make some money, then I need to get you some samples. And that's the little conversation. That is a 2-minute conversation, because you don't want to let everything, you don't want to do any more than that, than just get samples into somebody's hands. So, you need to take the bull by the horn, if you will, and help that new person make a list of 8 or 10 people, get some activity going. That's the glue. That's the glue that will hold that person into the organization as soon as they start getting some positive results. And then you're going to help follow up. I'll help follow up. Everybody helps follow up, but we'll follow up on those 8 or 10 people. But do that. I'm telling you, the more people that start taking that position of helping their brand new people, send out samples for them, and then getting on the phone with them, teaching them that very short, very simple conversation, then this is really a no-brainer, And I just want you to, if you need to, print this off, do that, and then look at it, because, this is a step-by-step guide, basically, Ruby, 20 cycles a week, Emerald, 50 cycles a week, Diamond, 100 cycles a week, Double Diamond, 200, Triple Diamond, 400 cycles. And it's just a progression, right? Just a progression of, activity. And if you'll stay active, if you'll stay consistent, if you'll stay engaged with everything that we're doing and teaching, these things are inevitable. They will happen over time. So let me get on to the next slide here, if my computer will work. Come on, computer. I don't know why you're doing that, but this is what I look at to build my belief, right? I want to see that other people are doing it. I want to see that other people have done it. I want to see some documentation, and that builds my belief. I know that they're not any smarter than you. They're not any smarter than me. And so if they can do it, again, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it together. So you got to build that belief system. Here's, again, this is kind of that other chart, but here's how I feel, and here's why I joined Valentis back in June of 2018 when I flew up to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. After spending 2.5 days with Dave, I knew that this was a sure thing. I knew it. I saw all the signs. I've seen the signs before. Those things were sure things. And each and every time I joined the company, in that momentum phase, I made millions of dollars. So, here's what you do. You go from 100 cycles to 200 cycles, to 400 cycles, to 800, to 16, to 24, to 35, to 5,000. So how long are you willing to work? How long are you going to keep, working on your dream, right, to get to $100,000 a week? Question. To reach your destination, you've got to have a map, right? Financial freedom is a journey. It starts, with the first step. It takes commitment, patience, and a burning desire to succeed. And that's really about all that it takes. I mean, everything else, the ABCs, we do all of that stuff in all of these trainings. So, on my video channel, on my YouTube channel, there's video after video. I see people going there, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of video that are being watched. And I'm so happy that people are paying attention and getting little nuggets, buried within those videos. But, here's what you need. You only need to find 4 diamonds, 4 diamonds. So those are those first followers, hopefully, right? Those first followers that join you. And, 4 diamonds will take you to the top of the compensation plan, and you say, well, doing $1.5 million in volume, I don't know how in the world I could do that. Do the math. It's not that big a deal, right? do the math yourself. Sit down with the calculator and calculate it. It's not that big of a deal. You know, let's first get you the diamond, right? Diamond, 15,000 in volume on each team in a month. 10% of the qualification of your one leg. Your enroller can give you 90% of that qualification. You're responsible for 10% of it. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal if you'll stay engaged and you'll stay working, right? Consistently, following up, sending packages. I looked at, I'll do that another time. Your first 90 days, you know, what'll happen when you apply consistent effort? I showed this the other day, and you know, it really is a very simple chart, and it's a chart that I ask people to do, you know, if they sponsor one person a month. I mean, let's go down to the absolute bottom, right? If you're not sponsoring one person a month and teaching them, you know, to duplicate, right, to do what you're doing, then you're really not in the business. So, so you've got to sponsor one person a month. Not that difficult if you're consistently, you know, I feel somebody asked me a question tonight about, you know, I don't like to be pushy or, you know, this or that. And I said, hey, you know what? We have found something. You and I are one of the very few people on the planet that know what this product will do. And if we don't share it with people, we're not doing them the justice that they deserve, right? We've got to share that product with people because it is helping them, right? People are losing weight like crazy. They're getting off of meds. Their life is changing as a result of that product. It changed my life by 40 pounds, right? 7 inches now in my waist, probably 8. Now the 32s were a little tight, you know, granted, but they fit, right? So I'll go ahead and now I'm motivated to get to a 32-inch waist. So here's what happens, guys. You know, the second month, the third month, you're still sponsoring one a month, and you're having those people do exactly the same thing. So you enroll one person every month, stay plugged into all the events, not that difficult, share the products with everyone that you know, and be excited, right? Don't take this timing for granted because it's never going to happen again. It'll never, ever happen again. And this is when most people quit. You know, if they don't see success in 90 days, they're usually out of here, right? So you just got to stay with people and give them the proper expectations that it's not going to happen in 90 days. Nothing happens in 90 days. You don't get a 4-year college education in 90 days. That's why they're 4 years, right? So here's what happens in month 4, 5, and 6. You're going to just continue along. You're going to continue enrolling one person. Your team is now grown to a whole 63 people. You've made that month a whole $700, you know, and you go, well, you know, $700, I mean, that's not too bad. I'd rather have $700 than not have $700. But what's changed? You know, what's changed? Your belief has changed a little bit. Your confidence has changed. Your attitude has changed. Why? Because you stay plugged in, right? You stay plugged in and you feed off of our energy, our belief, and our attitude until you develop it yourself, right? So stay plugged in. Here's what happens in month 7, 8, 9. It's starting to get a little bit better, right? You can see your organization now, 511 people. Your monthly income just got to $5,000. $5,000. Okay, that's pretty good. You know, you probably don't make that much money in your life-sucking job, if you have a life-sucking job that you hate. You know, that's $60,000 a year. So here's where you've got to stay the course. Don't start comparing, you know, I wish I could make more. You know, it'll all happen in due course, right? Stay consistent. Just stay with the plan. work with the willing, work with the people that raise their hand that say, hey, I want to work, I want to work, I want to work, I want you to help me, and just continue to build your belief, continue to listen to, all the things that we teach, and be on all the company calls, be on everything you can possibly be on to start educating and continue your education. So, it is a huge, now as you go into month 10, 11, and 12, I'll tell you what happens. I left that slide off here, but I'll catch it next time. 10, 11, 12. What happens is it's like that penny doubling concept, right? You're about day 20, right? In that penny doubling concept, that video that John and I did. You're going to get to, after 1 year, you'll have 4,095 people. I'll show you the math. 4,095 people. If you just sponsor one and teach them to do exactly the same thing over that 12-month period, you'll have 4,095 people. You'll be making over $50,000 a month. Now, will it work exactly like that? No, it's not. This is I'm taking, the basis that nobody's going to quit, right? We'll have no attrition, and you won't do any better than that. We know that that's not the case. You're going to do better than that, and people are going to quit. So, but that's how it is. And how do you get to that one person? How do you get to that one person that you can help duplicate? You got to take action, right? And the action steps. You're going to get a business builder package. And again, that's the only way you can start. That's the only way I talk to people about starting. I have people that want to start with less, but I don't, it really is up to me to point, guide, and direct them to getting the right package so they maximize the compensation plan and they have enough samples. Because if we don't do this, if we don't send out this, and we don't make those phone calls, guess what? Their business is not going to grow. They're dead in the water before they even get started, right? So month 1, you send out 35 samples. You put them in, whatever you want to do with them. You want to sell them to your friends, God bless you. You want to give them away to your friends, God bless you. Whatever works for you, I say give them away. The path of least resistance, and people say, well, if they don't invest $20 in it, it won't have much value. I try to eliminate that right in the initial conversation. I want to know, I'm looking for a coffee drinker, somebody that would desperately love to lose weight, and somebody who would like to get out of their life-sucking job that they hate and get into a home-based business so that they could work from home. That's what I'm working for, and that's what I'm looking for, right? I want to send out 35 samples to people like that, and guess what? 20% of them are going to say yes. Now, a lot of you, you're going to get way more than 20% because you have a better connection with those 35 people. And so if you're a better influencer with those 35 people, you could get much higher results. I wanted to keep it bare bones. Some of you are going to get less because maybe you've been in every deal under the planet, right? On the planet, and you're just having to go it again, right? If 7 people join your team, you just made $700 in fast start bonuses or first order bonuses for the business builder pack that they built, that they made, that they purchased, and then $400 in legacy and $200 in enrollment bonus pool. So you're $1,300. You just doubled your money, right? You doubled your money by giving product away and following up with people looking for 7. And maybe you get 5, maybe you get 4, but you know what? All you want is 1. All you want is 1 good one, and teach them to do exactly the same thing. If you can teach all 7 of them, month 2, if you can teach all 7 of them to do what you did, right? Here's how I built my business. I took and I sent out 35 samples. I got on the phone, I called people, and I took them through a very short conversation, and you guys said yes. Guess what? If you do it, more than likely they'll say yes, and each of your team will, again, they'll double their money, right? So very simple. But you just made yourself over 14 grand, right? Because of the legacy bonus. So month 3, the numbers start getting ridiculous. You see the chart here, right? Again, teaching those 49 people to send out 35 samples. There's how many people you now got trying the coffee. 20% say yes. That's 343 people that join your team. But each and every one of those people of those 7, you're looking for one. You're looking for a diamond. You're looking for one person that'll really duplicate, that gets it. And then if you'll just continue that, I mean, the numbers, as you see, they get off the chart very, very quickly. I say give Valentis 5 years, your life will never be the same. And that's what I'm doing, guys. I originally told Dave that I'll give you 3 years or $100,000 a month in income, whichever comes first. I've now revised that, right? I've now revised that. John got me excited with the fact that he's making $500,000 a month, and so I said, you know what? If it takes me longer than 3 years to get to $500,000 a month, I'm willing to pay the price, right? I'm willing to suffer through only making $100,000 a month or $150,000 a month or $200,000 a month until I can get to $500,000 a month. And that's where I'm going. I want to take some people with me. So if that's where you want to go, then let's stay the course. Let's stay on track. And this is what you need. I mean, Les tells it better than anybody I can even think of with respects to, your dream and what you've got to do in order to make that work for you.
In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years, because at any time that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show. People gonna do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. That is not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away. See, during those hard times, we didn't know how you're going to make payroll. During those times when you failed and things didn't work out, they were nowhere to be found. But you know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. And people know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You knew it was hard, but you did it hard.
You know, that's one of those videos that you need to watch at least every day, right? Because people have to understand that life is hard, right? That we've been given, you know, an amazing opportunity here, and all we've got to do is stick in and keep it going. One of the things that we do all the time is build for the next event. The next event is Monday. The next event is Monday, 8 p.m. There's the code number, same code number that you used tonight to be on that call. And your responsibility is to spread the word, right? Come and watch the shirtless dancing man, right? And you know, let's put on a show, and let's put on, you know, give that person the information that they need in order for them to make an intelligent decision. And that's what we try to do. You know, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, probably won't have an event Thursday night. Maybe Mitch will with a turkey leg. Who knows? But then get on the company call. That's why we put this on here. You know, this is a simple business that pays extremely well for those people that put forth the effort. So put forth the effort. You know, that's about all I've got right now. If you want to stick around, I'm going to take this off of share. I'm going to stop the recording, and because we always do things